In the busy streets of Lagos, where everyone was chasing something, there lived a young man named David. David was not lazy. He was not careless. He was simply tired. Tired of trying. Tired of struggling. Tired of giving his best and getting nothing in return. Every morning, before the sun fully rose, David would wake up in his small, hot room. No air conditioner, no comfort, just hope and survival. He worked as a delivery rider. From morning till night, he carried food he could not afford to people who would never know his name. Sometimes he would smell the food and his stomach would cry, but he would ignore it, because in his world, survival came before comfort. Life had taught David one dangerous lesson: never care too much, because every time he cared, he suffered. One afternoon, under the burning Lagos sun, something happened. As David rode past a quiet street, he saw an old woman lying on the ground. She looked weak, helpless, forgotten. People walked past her. Some looked at her. But no one stopped, not even David. He slowed down for a moment. His heart whispered, "Stop." But his mind shouted louder, "If you stop, you will lose your job." So he did what everyone else did. He rode away, and he told himself the same lie everyone tells: "It is not my problem." But that night, David could not sleep. He closed his eyes and saw her face, her pain, her silence, her helplessness. For the first time in a long time, David felt ashamed. Days later, life gave him another test. That afternoon, David was given a very important delivery. His boss warned him clearly, "If you mess this up, don't ever come back." David nodded. He needed this job. It was the only thing standing between him and nothing. As he rode through the streets of Lagos, he saw something again. This time, it was not an old woman. It was a small boy. The boy sat alone by the roadside. His clothes were dirty. His body was weak. His eyes were empty. The kind of empty that only hunger can create. David slowed down. His heart began to beat fast. He remembered the old woman. He remembered his regret. He remembered his shame. His mind said, "Keep going." But his heart said, "Not again." David stopped his bike. His hands trembled. He knew what this decision would cost him. Slowly, he opened his delivery bag. Inside was food meant for someone else. Food that was not his. Food that could cost him everything. He looked at the boy. The boy looked back at him. No words, just pain. David made his choice. He gave the boy the food. The boy collected it slowly, his weak hands shaking, his eyes filled with gratitude. David said nothing. He simply closed his bag, started his bike, and rode away. He knew it was over, and he was right. That night, his boss called. He was fired. No explanation, no warning. Just like that, David lost everything. No job, no income, no hope. He walked home slowly, each step heavy, each breath painful. But deep inside, there was something strange: peace. For the first time in years, David felt proud of himself. Days passed. Hunger returned. Fear returned. Uncertainty returned. Then, one morning, something unexpected happened. A black SUV stopped in front of him. A well-dressed man stepped out. The man looked important, powerful, different. He walked toward David and said words David would never forget. "Are you the one who helped the little boy?" David froze. He nodded slowly. The man smiled. "That boy is my son." David's heart stopped. The man continued, "I watched everything." David was confused. The man said something that changed his life forever. "I wanted to see if kindness still existed, without cameras, without rewards." David could not believe it. Then the man handed him an envelope. Inside was a job offer, a better job, better pay, a new life. Tears filled David's eyes. In that moment, David understood something powerful. The thing he thought would destroy him was the thing that saved him. Life tested him, and he passed. Sometimes, life will break you. Sometimes, life will take everything from you. But sometimes, life is simply watching, waiting to see who you really are. David lost his job, but he found his purpose. And from that day forward, he never ignored anyone again. Because sometimes, one act of kindness can change your entire life. If you love this story, please like and subscribe to Real Life Tales Movies for more story like this.